and I also East.
Yeah.
So far, and come on, Benomadi. Now, then, you're hearing.
All right, sure. Medical and I say now, my dad radio gold for us, so I say, and staff I radio gold in our so yeah, didn't cheer Kessia Bemamo. Madaroma and NDC Edru baby Edri. Also, so the mother of all stations. Inti a woman I see try I bet you radio gold.
Why?
I know dear.
Why? Over December, no?
But December.
And over January.
Watch you better hour.
Yeah, no.
Better hour. You feel ni. Nipa beti enka nipa be hunu ye na radio gold.
I know.
Into no.
Pampaso there you show that.
Exactly.
Pampaso you show fit.
And one my elevation, no. Into no ya better more say. Na my science so aka ho say it's unfortunate. Say by elections me no okabo mi.
Yeah.
Baako eye owo. Ena baako so yesisi.
Okay.
Into my minister is here with Owodi and I mean wish Honorable Naza. Nyankopon and for the crying see na also ne busuya musoso na obia neni etuaka ne nsem obia no Nyankopon enchitre ne re. Na menka enka hu say as a political party one significant thing that we can see and say ayawaso East constituency enye place yebetumi elusi.
Okay.
The last elections, Naza enya 70% MPP candidates enya 30%, a little below 30%. It is not a constituency yedi ehu ebe take decision be. As a party, we have declared the seat vacant. The only thing is parliament is in recess. Into no a kwanya be fa so abo mo amane ene say almost so ebe declare seats vacant. No more science work at electoral commission say oma dates and idea no. Say ayemre. Say enchena parliament resume. Resume sa nema nyina no ye be clear a free hall.
Okay.
Now, as a party in the seat will be contested. Yanka say Obinko unopposed. National executives yanko tai Obiechi. Water must find its level. Obia oye interested na oye qualified biya no. Akwenya edaho say onkofa form na uncontested. Emreno enyendui, I think it's 23rd of March or Sebibisa, yes, if my memory serves me right. Inti Emreno drew
time for election.
Elections on
first
primaries no.
Momo primaries no.
Yeah, but it's say primaries and sana. Yeah.
Did I not be nomination?
I think I'll get the dates before I leave here. Not being communicated. Senebe me ma obi false hope and into the cities now declared vacant. Ye baby na obia peso or pepper so peso sum. Ayawa so
March 3.
Third March.
Yeah, not
23rd. Third March.
Third March na electoral commission for SRT.
Let's say we'll lace our boots, conduct the vetting, conduct the elections. It's not a place that we are afraid of. M1 cross say I'm sure say be a MPP crab contest, but it be a non-person who say 30% no munya ye no. Betumi nya 31% na nkomo de adwa omanum say e be a niema koyi enti omanya 1% be account. But it's not something that will happen. We are set for the Ayawasu East. A back pandaya. Nyami adoma next week. Me pandai.
Next week here.
Me pandai. Because yakoye ejumasono ewo ho. Na ejumasono ye no na efefe. That was in December. Unfortunately, an MPP for the Assembly Court. omo de kodan court no na eba ne says ye nyina yesesa ekukuni yenkaka free pandai na yekodi bronya because court ne say yebedi bronya wie ansana or the ruling aba na because a Supreme Court no na the time has elapsed nesanka 30th of December nesanka to abaro into ruling no the new date so ebeka ho and all that. Last week ye call court and omutie asem no both MPP, NDC and Electoral Commission obia ebo ni nkru ye boy nkru wie ye no and ose bosumi wie ye de ruling ebeba. Enti ye we are not waiting for the ruling of the Supreme Court because we are convinced in our minds say the decision of the courts will be favorable. Once it will be favorable, no, na patch sense see ja ejuma no eto ho no the dates eba. So the date eba na say date no 2 weeks. What would we do? After never Russia, so we are going ahead of time to go and continue from where we left off. Senebeya ejuma ebeyemre ama honorable insala and then the constituency executives near to me a winnie sa seat no. You see, now crofo be kasa this for mu any bread do. Na adentina mu seat be brewe seat bi ebe to forma na mu de ni bre ne hwan kwakoje seat no. Boache lumba bo anwumbi. Ose mose opema na ma nyimre o na fifiri ni dem. Sabi vote no enfifiri form keke o ene enya no dodo o eye nipa na kire ne do o ma kire ye yo do sesi ankrofo so a ompese omde omontuma eboye ntuma no edoso anka entesa hwe dodo a yenya e wo parliament enso so independent for ne say ombeba be kaye ho no mo ni yen aye adwuma constituencies bebre so ho maka say omanu omo ho omunyaya anka se na niema ekoso no kom to edema NDC candidate no nanke ne jubilation ankrofo jubilate say jomama yade NDC ye magic enade no nanka omo so no omo wo MP a omo ye NDC 4 a omo de say nigie no ebeka ya ho enti pandai for so de nyamiada Roma His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ewini wo ho but omo se enwie peye because of chrono a ekoso ema insala ye chinchim nensa enunti no they want to right the wrongs. This is the time for that correction. It is not a campaign for just for new members but it's a campaign of vigilance. Na domu ye edema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and also so assign so akoso ewo honorable insala so edimo. So basically we are set for the year nyamiada Roma this year so no elections year. And there's a lot of activities that will come on. Nyankopon so ebe hye ne ho anuonyam be ma ya hoden a ye de ahyase ese no ye betumi ede akọ ewie. It will surprise you to know say January na ankasa meaning say because of a lot of these activities na ene ye ba be next week ni the last week of January. Internet say this year ankasa de mbrikatu no wom intimate branch executive constituency executives ne regional executives ni ye nyina supporters nyina say ye lisi ye boots na ye January kra na eba be wi na ekre say ne this year de American de enya de keto inti ye nyina ye lisi ye boots na yemfa amodin enwrem.
I see. Mo members menim say mo national chairman no told here He's talking about Omoa, ebi a share him some benya appointments. Omoa, share him say be a Juma Sembe, but no do gym, our munya. Enema enya din on the part of I also East Nekpanda then because of such enema you mobile dynamo party communicators no adin komo mate o mo ho ase say adwuma de ye bi ne dakro but emu nipa ye adwuma ne yemfa ne dakro
Watch it. No correct. But you see, I can assure you that the people of Ghana understands where we are. And no dear, I can tell you in all honesty. Watch it. Maka had say, Kane enkrofo ba office kra nanka wo dodge.
yeah
Because obi ba and actually and then the sin and yama so kono say one mame 100 cedis a makakrum. One mame 50 cedis a makakrum and idea. Watch it. No crying say me I am almost always in the office. Enkrofo a omo ba ebe hwehwe o adwuma mu bia no. Dodo na obeka cho say me CV nie. Honorable baby I mean fie dri de mintumi nya adwuma wo na me ba me be wie school 3 years o nya adwuma me srew gini CV na be bia obenya ma ne bia no bomoden. That should tell you enema a course for the past 8 years. But the good news so any say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abebiu. Eyobia or say I have been there before. Mean since you mo ansana maham. 1 year yeto abam edema John Dramani Mahama. And here na what say wakwako jina wakwako tena a complain. He believes say yedi jawa near the aswao. He knew the states of Ghana. And na oka say Monfa 2 minute den emame. That is the speed with which Ejumano esase. But when you are under an IMF programmer, opinion unsana say ya chichiri cry day eguechi. However, look at the transformation of the economy. Watch it. When the economy is being transformed, an opportunity to expand our businesses. Say your businesses expand here. It means that we have capacities to employ more. That's the first thing of a good economy and an expanded economy. Under the MPP, apart from branches are you good or no? Yes, also any branches are na omoye solvent omoye juma, but they couldn't expand. They couldn't open new branches. And then nyamiada Roma. Look at the freedom with which Ghana Commercial Bank and as a GCB expanding. As it is expanding, it means to say, yeah, fanipa. NIB was a bank, and no be as a bank where you grew.
yeah
And sorry, bio.
omo headquarters what to do one
Says here, omo headquarters, not a airport.
okay
Omo ye the city house.
oh okay what
You
do
understand? I'm saying
British Council one no.
No, NIB. Yes, CDI house. No.
CDI house.
Okay. So now Ubi Sanai said, "Yeah, we see you." Meet my friend.
I see you know.
Dole Ura Echiaro.
Oh, Echiaro.
It's my friend. He's also a very nice person. Yes, who is ready to listen to party people and giving opportunities to many people.
Okay.
Intino, these are some of the things that look at Papa Kwesi Indum. And then the license or Baba statute operation. Which simply means, look at the number of branches and Papa Kwesi. It wouldn't be as fast as we would want it. But Obestati Akwako BB ne your friend say banks and wo increase any idea. That is prudent management, transformed economy. Ene nyame ebe yaduma fi we mu under the leadership of this administration. IMF programmer Ediensa Ekuyechi. Nyame adom. Ye be free sa program ni. Ye free sa program ni ma. Ne patch say baby a ye ka say ye the branches ebeko ye be expandi edru ho no. Ne kire say ekwa e de adwuma ena ekọ ho. Into this year the issue about jobs, you know, people are going to feel it. Notwithstanding, and we yepe tie abo, yepe formal way, de ako your friend is saying, enuma ene adie no. That is for you. But the other good news, as Susan say, the work that the Agric Ministry is doing, Charlie, se oshe apart from the akukon kitenkete MPP for say omonte ase no. Se oshe sika Exim Bank edi ra your friend is saying agric sector se nebeya yebetumi I export enuane akọ amanonea. And the number of people who have applied and given facilities to be able to do that from last year no. Sometimes no na mesre yen nyina say there are opportunities. Sometimes find out where the opportunities are. But most of us, yana yepe tie abo.
Yeah.
Into yana akwakoye 1 way kakra. And I still believe, say the unemployment situation, no, but enya de ketwa. Enye bibia, SC didi agro. No two ways about that. But this government is committed to it. This year, we'll see a lot, as His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said. The whole nation is going to be like a construction site. Oko construction site, you see how the place is. Every part of the country is going to be busy. MP Bakuna also wonye busy. A friend say cry. Oh, Nidini Baba, oh yeah, a friend say one of the independent candidates, Gomwa. Also, 1 year busy. And this year, Ghana be busy. Nipa benya ejuma aye. And me, that is my comfort. Going into the by-elections, I know, say, people have testimonies to share. So it's not just a matter of menye ejuma ntimi ntoaba, I am disappointed. We voted for a 4-year tenure. Yes, unimowua shena. Within a year, yenshe niema His Excellency John Dramani Mahama etumiaye, which directly affect our lives. Ene anopa anaseminka sa himrache. Me sorry a me share Facebook. A me hu se ene de se nananom samanfo krom num petrol. Ya branche bi na o shira His Excellency John Dramani Mahama se petrol na ebusu yi ene otumi eto petrol ena de. These are living testimonies. Sikatumi banipa buto mama Christmas obiaba krom se me ba beto bibi akomifie to the extent say nipa enya bebi mfa ne nan ensi for fire service to use water to cool people's temperature to avoid enkrofo a omo collapse. Wache emre papa wo yenim. Things are getting there. In fact, IMF crying him say it will take us about 6 years to be able to leave this, your friend is saying, hardship na yekum under kenoforiata ne nebusuafo. But within a year, because of the Sankofa symbol, because of the man John Dramani Mahama, also on Sinsio sana wahamno. Look at the progress work. Ene abaso. This year, we are going to see it differently. You know, the people of Pandai and Ayawaso East, you know, omobema that what is happening now, no, it is something that they are happy and they know, say, John Dramani Mahama is going to take it a step forward.
Okay. Yanko yanim na yamfa jumadi netwa so live on Gold 90.5 FM, Asin for Surich FM 98.7. Yako power specialist about hospital for Daroma can be SOSNA. Hepatitis netiti from A to E, sciatica, arthritis, gono, syphilis, broken bones, or sane hernia. A year power specialist about hospital. Ye wo kumasi fi yase. And Accra, a year dome kwabenya. And afin so a year takrade branch no Anaji Estate MA Primary School no yene no any dienum share. Eti fre 0244 5444 a year 22. Third Eye Care and Vision Center. Osi wani hu ya die bia no fabra. Na obre ansa na wahu ade. Utita pao. Ota share ahwenuwa. Ope papa ne bo fomo a. Third Eye Care and Vision Center. Your DVLA and I say DVLA, yes. Ama accreditation. Say yenye one of the accredited centers ubitimi aba for eye examination test. Ebra ukojo license. Inti shene so you're not reach an airport residential area. Ye juma every day. Weekends nina ye juma. Inti fre 0245 938 389 and a 0543 287008. Heart Brothers Select State or more assassin our dawa Lochuboy, Shy Hills, Ningu, Chopoli, and Akuse. Send ye assassin price at Tibiano. Initial payment no 50%. Uya niakano. Now I check go usumi siaso ekwafe at the amount. Now in installment planner on sube boana di ujuma di. It's kind of share so your Kaketo Divisional Police Station junction one more or a shaman fre 0244 and that's 0241665200 0241665200 and a 05402262 time heba Mr. as you are doing waswa time heba for the bar eboa for malaria fever, loss of appetite, and a general body pains, at your time, heba mixture, or CTIME. Also, so audio no fre 0244 417 6689. Or Madam Macombi, that the Pampaso Jumadi Echegu. Na Gordon Akugan, a Deputy National Communications Officer at the NDC Amanyukun, and Chair Honorable Daniel Kwasia Shama, as also a acting Executive Director at the Complementary Education Agency Ghana, CEA Ghana. Etienche honorable so bedwani feed no na fi ye ho. O say
Still active.
Yeah, oguso active.
Oh,
Timi
okay.
say the board na ba de nti oba o mechim ne ha de. Because ba na de say confirm no.
That's a confirm I check.
Check ba na de say confirm no. Okay, mami gold board flyer no. Mami gold board flyer no wi a Charles Osu so story bi o ha say me ye. Charles Osu the nanka say John
Signing of gold refinery
yes.
agreement.
Yeah. Eti na yemfa ntumma good board for no. Eti fatum na yenhwa de. Nyame adom yeah, me or the better screen so.
Okay.
Signing of gold refining agreement between the Ghana Gold Board and Gold Coast Refinery. Nyame adom ochina at 10 a.m. And a basso. Then no conference room, 5th floor, Gold Board head office, former Bank of Ghana building no. A whole energy medi nebekoso. A year anopa, a year no do 10 pepe. All media houses are cordially invited. Enti we a year entiasia pamwa Ghana Gold Board and a year Gold Coast Refinery. Eba ababinya. Na che say this year gold no. Nya de say in its raw state you never come on it bium sa see it me dani any kakra na the value no yɛtumi pegyam na the more yɛ refine no yɛde kagya na yɛde ayɛ nneɛma ahodoɔ ansa na de akɔ no na ɔman no sikasɛm ba bɛkɔ so ba ne saa ne na dollar no ɛna still ɔba bɛka aduam.
You see, me fa akwenya we so na me congratulate me boss, Sammy Jemfi.
Okay.
Nyame se enka no kre nipa bia wo achade a Nyankopon edema no. Sometimes you can hate somebody, you can dislike somebody, but the Nyankopon edi ache no untumi ending free in some eda. And working with Sammy for 8 years, whatever he sets his mind to do, even when sika anywhere, he's able to achieve it.
Wow.
Bibia so den nsa ebe kan bia so you can see transformation. Achede bia Nyankopon ede amana sebe you can never take it away from him. Good board, yeba power. Yes, it was in our manifesto. We had all plans geared up to make sure say ebema ye economy no a transforming ama yenya better revenue from our gold friend is saying anyakopon edi acheye. Almost I'd say practical work, I think May, June.
Okay.
Because they had to go to parliament, they had to go and get a friend is saying an instrument for them to commence business and all that.
Okay.
Inti omu wie sa nneɛma nyinaa na kyerɛ sɛ May, June ɛna omu take off. A company that has taken off in May, June, na yedru December, they've been able to give us forex of 10 billion. We be say this year, our year started from January.
Yeah.
What to be the projections? Nature say forex ebeba man Ghana mu this year no. It will certainly be more than 10 billion. Ye and also there be the way I ton good in your forex of 10 billion. Ye the refinery as so eka home. Now gold ye ton ba ede ko amanone no.
Yeah.
Ye to me refine it. Now say nye gold and near the echo near the gold chains eko amanone. Near him say we authentic gold from Ghana. Yeah, the gold earrings, wedding rings. Like we are refining our gold into other. Your friend is saying we are adding value. I should say we are adding value to it. Now, say this year, no, we are expecting to see more forex in Ghana through the gold board. And see why he's also looking at other companies that can emerge out of gold board. Into the number one agenda was establish a gold board. ABC chrono and crofodi gold ekwa ye de chrono kwan so ai sikesi enya no. That was the first point of call.
Okay.
And then to me are successful. We are blocked it. We are getting serious and huge revenues. Now gold refinery ababeka or say we are again going to look at what gold board can do again with other companies to ensure, say, more forex will come to this country. Me, I'm not surprised. Say, a friend is saying, I saw for be profits be, Shem come say this year, dollar may go to 8 cedis by the end of the year, and not there. Many economists mean to me, yes, our projections no and not there. But I wouldn't be surprised if the dollar further falls to 9 cedis to 8 cedis interbank rates. Inti Sameje Infinity team, Yabebo Mabaso, Finance Minister, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ne Yemame Prof, and everybody involved in the management of this governor Siyama. So we will salute you and congratulate you for the work that we are doing. The name say Ghana and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no yebefa yentuma pa efra. Intina echena the world is invited, but enam say omo office no eswanti no. We'll see how this thing will also be live on some stations like Radio Gold and then a chairman there na FA programming.
Loud Silence TV.
Loud Silence TV, live on Loud Silence TV. And a Central Region, so chairman. Rich FM, so FA. And all other. But what we can assure is to be live on social media everywhere. You know, because Juma Soronko and Eba Ghana. And if you know the people behind the social now, you'll just be happy for Ghana.
I see.
You'll be happy for Ghana.
I see. Mame Charles Usu no. Na yen transition conversation kakra. And from real economy no money a year. I was so account for Juma Diomudi and our transport issues no. Someone Charles Usu.
Charles also they say no no. No. Na ya na wo Radio Gold Hana. When was the last time about?
Make I
MPP winning power mabio.
Mabio.
Hey Charles Owusu.
Mabio.
Say utie obi ntwa voice in command say me ana me bo na chisa no. Say osanso your sofo nti no. Osu bempa ne sofo nketo baako.
Baako no.
No.
It is no kranko no ka.
Oka no kre.
Oh okay.
No, but Charles Owusu naturally has been a realist.
Okay.
He has been a realist.
Senator no bekanisa.
Senator na bekanisa, but kai dru baby ana
say
enya so oya from kwan say nanado buy the I said oya to mum yes na so
okay no kasakra
because dru baby na edin na kasa na edin no so mpeso be ye
yeah
he's been consistent.
Charles say we share economy no how anema sifatie na no wakanin sem bi kra say na oto emoma obi our Ashanti region the Dubrunya bra. Na branda 2024 motor be 500 cities no. And this regime last year December no. A monocoton 250 Ghana cities. It's not just a Nipan cry so be tom more. And the same Sikano could have bought
twice
more twice cry. And now say this year no Nipan to the same quantity ninti. Nipan save half of Sasikana ideally naka be going to purchasing of those when say no. Enti was since here and there ogidi say baby nyankopon tie bia no wo born same krama mahama.
You see semi ko baby no be bisa me say 1 year of John Dramani Mahama as we assess 1 year of John Dramani Mahama's administration. I don't normally talk much. Nanso so. The evidence of people omwankasa omonum tom and sema omokano. That is my position about John Dramani Mahama's 1 year. I have seen MPP people amoka say Sena John Dramani Mahama ebu mind 1 year G2033. People are giving testimonies of Omwanka Somo Juma na eguo. Na John Dramani Mahama eba no. Revive it. People are giving testimony. Say for 10 years ni bronya omudi no omuni sa bronya ni bida. These are testimonies coming from people a yenyina ye ni omote. If these testimonies are coming out, what else should I add? Charles Owusu, Obia onim Charles Owusu no. Meka say, na Charles Owusu ewo PPP.
Okay.
Onye NDC ni. Sometimes people have a feeling say MPP for na kasa. Charles Owusu Obia, the late Sir John. Efa no edin koye ejuma ewo forestry. He was so close to Sir John at a point not any personal assistant. Only ye juma to the extent to say Obekai say John will forever now.
Yeah.
Not Charles Owusu.
No.
Ni din ewom.
Ajimota.
Exactly. So that should tell you, say, he is nowhere close to NDC.
That's true.
But you see, say, yare no, eye eni yare a, ena beka se wunhu. But we die, obi beka se, eda ho plain, eye clear, testimonies no eba. So if the same Charles Owusu, ye ka se MPP ba power, Radio Gold ne, friends a Pampaso crowd we jai bay. Ene, ono kasa asem we say Nyankopon kra be bon sem ama John Dramani Mahama. No anka se nim. Baby amemuo no John Dramani Mahama free.
Yeah.
Because he was part of that government. Se utumi bu man ema wo opponents kra almost yempeni for na se obi empewa sema osa ukruma sakra na no achia ne pa.
Yeah.
But ene John Dramani Mahama ebu mine to the extent to say obi chia ne pa kra na ne pa no atene. O chia ne pa na atene. Testimony ben ene chen say okra eyiwaye. Testimony ben ene chere say obi a wabro no o say bro we de eye frem fram meni ho asem ka. I said no Senegal ne your friend is saying Morocco machi. Frame from Sune. So these are the testimonies that are coming out from both MPP and then Nkrofo almost say omunye politics and also omunye politicians. And then civil society for nyina MPP for idiomatem say civil society for the MSC idea Marco Kodane NDC for the truth and say they are seeing the gospel, they are seeing what is happening. What else do we want as a people? Impenifo said the yefunu jiani o me bibinya ko yema wadwene ye adwuma enene Ghana for didi ama ye nyina we are becoming more reasonable. So the testimonies and ensema ebano. For me, sadansi we know. It is what will lead us. Look at an economy. 1 year down the line, mihu appointee baako ayedi bibi esusu no. MPP for chom ho se omode Sami Gemfi beye twa apia. Omde Sami Gemfi ebeye an escape route. It took MPP for ankasa. I listened to Abronye. I listened to Abronye. The person who led that press conference, your friend is saying MP for Koju Opon Kroma. Later, Okotuna Peace FM said, Minka say gold board aboka da minka adem yare manum fum krasa. But the same person ka say gold board aboka ekoye ho press conference o say sune ontumi nya sa mfom so no Sami adwuma no eda ho clean testimony ben biuna boache ye hia bio. Normally say our power communication becomes difficult because your power communication now opposition oda sorry na say radio station bi kura frewa aban boni ankrofo ibu na yi. It is so simple to attack and all that, but in power you must justify everything. You have no excuse. But because our appointees they've dignified themselves, they've ensured, say, boni bi ye ba se ye ba besum man no yenim de rot ye pentama enya ntama ye pe 125 ministers there bibi ye pentama ye the prudent friend management ena eye. And that is where our testimonies are all coming from. Enunti anka power communication are difficult, no? And we are not struggling with it because the honesty of the John Dramani Maham's administration, the transparency of the party administration, you know. Bible Becca say, the prince of this world comes against me, but he has nothing in me. Yenina yensemu fine. Any ebu or mine. Baby chia, we would admit it and move forward. Inti Charles also, this bold decision that you've done, we appreciate it, and many more are giving this testimony.
Yebe kwabo so kan ne kakra. Na fi ya hwe yebe bo car dealers so economy no omo nsemo a omo eka. Yebe hwe na fi ye hu hawa enema ebesifa kono but akwa mixed feeling. Ebi feel say cars abano due to no ya $30 and so there, but due to no according to omo no omo say ebi no mo ha omo na de ade into say ne ma bi ho no ombekele no one tete near so but yenko the vice president akache Alaska for pictures and roll pictures no on the screen no ema me na me hwa de Guinea kwa bato ema ha Daboya, yes. Mama did Daboya over the weekend. Na you didn't see a kunyaso. What you say? And the vice president, Professor Jenano Pokwajaman, foreign affairs minister, so Eura Samuel Kujeto Blakwa, Woman Koko Sheboy, my vice president, Eco representative, Ghana Mampani John Mahama, and or the pictures in the tour. Na Maunhawa enema ekono over the weekend ewo Conakry na ne enye bayira abroadwo sa na nye betesa already know ya show some videos Tama vice president attach it down na the Ghanaian community omo say omampani abedi achiri aba Guinea no omo so eboabo omo ho ano ekokoshia no na samba economy no ama abamu pani for jina no odin omoju omusamba papa omoju omusamba enya asem ketwa enti or the pictures no ebegu on my bra over the weekend Guinea force so Mamadi Daboya wajo bibia boko ho enti moma mohonya ha mam tentem na fi yanko ye twen pictures no PC Bar Center for so Adaroma can be Jumadi no eba PC Bar Center for so as well. So Dibacho any vice president in Guinea. And I've seen Ghana but I say yeah you know about Falcon F9 about presidential jet.
Sure. I'm not too sure about that.
Okay. At the over the weekend pictures a course so a war Conakry sports stadium back where more and was a popular pa a ho and a Jumadi no koya and yasem ketwa and no and a gu no na yebekura transportation mun sensem but before I yebekono me mo tape when say e mauna yentie some Ghanaians you are ye can ofrata de betwa to
before obebo tape no
yes
say yebe congratulate Guinea for na yeah appreciate how far they have come from Kwame Nkrumah Abreso
yeah
and yeni Guinea efa friends nyankopam na maminsa infa adewe enka ho say come what may this year yenim says Excellency John Dramani Mahama obeye AU friends and chairman
yeah
and no de ye de ato ho twen no obenya ansana we free abemu na emum mesre no se Uganda for friend so mo ba be ye friend sen ya yen support no se obeko sa president no friend Museveni no
yeah
a wodi 40 years okunkum ne nkrofo just because opesodi another 5 years. Bobby Wine, Bobby Wine e win elections. Ami e chinchim ne nsa ekunkum nipa. And the democracy, I don't know why we cannot call ourselves out as Africans. Yeba we do internet 2 days. Look at how beautiful Guinness ceremony is.
Yeah.
And the number of presidents who have gone there to witness it. Yen to me in country Uganda for say omo kwakoye omo your friend is saying AU omo ba meet yen to me pamo omo wase until they become more democratic, more transparent. Electoral Commission officers ye omo jumedia say Ugandan rep eba EC rep eba SC to me pamo no ewase until you become more democratic. No, you can't be part of AU. This is the level that we must go and call our people, our other your friends, contemporaries out, because we did so for 40 years. Want to mean nantipo 81 years or say 82 years.
Oh,
jiden. Now kunkum mrantie. Inti His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ye besre invitation bia eba ye besre wo eni diem na wetie yen. Yen fa ye ho enko fore sa election kan time we mo friend say
so
we democratic no.
81 years 15th September 1944 any wo no ti do be dia de
be free so na 86 90 years
1986 mo
ni MP ba ko hu na ono crowd was 92 or
85 or so it was 40 years plus. It was another 4-year tenure.
5 years.
5 years, yes. Almost the 5-5. Said the Ghana. Said yeah, they have a transition call.
We must
5 years. And if
we let's see how that one goes.
And go for because say 5 years we bomb the near. Mama papa yeah to swing started.
Unfortunately,
5 years.
It will not take retrospective effects. That's too bad.
Yanko a year spare pass dealers for Nakachi.
Over age castle. And then so far, and share them from Senna Osenka, ye but so share the 2018 model, 2020 model, more adequate. Born the drop, even 4x4 now. Say first, no 4x4, it may be at 2.2, which is 22,000. 220,000. They say no 150 crobin. Besa the year no was to know there. Over Bane be a 5, 6, 7, be a 10. And I need the meaning of one from because one is will be at so. And to also follow the panels water so. Well, and so this was why. Oh, Moka.
First, no, not Yardis say no, not the price, no, and from 120, 125 up to 130. They say I been to me DG 115, yeah, and even 11 to me DG. And veteran also about for a binum there to me G from an area 100,000, but above from to me G at least 90,000 to me DG. Yeah, and I think it's better now.
Nakano ni boy eating duty boy was through because utimi tonka now the sikanya kwa $1 kitwebi ushi pika ni bar. Uton mfaso obenya we chire no eye kitwa bi basisi $1 aba from no ukraka na se udi ba uton unya so mfaso kese na otimi de aye niama upese unye ba de asisa wo mu kakra ni se selling no aye slow kakra bi. The reason why ni se sesi anu ka no obia atimi kra enti ufa obi afichire po a ka na obi ba ha opese obeto no wa hu bi e wo obi afichire na wato enti sesi anu amaye nyaa ye won atoye obi abedidi we didi kakra na we didi kakra but first no akwa akoye say omu wo sika ni nko a e na omutumi kraka fu onu so aba from first na me bo wa but sesi ade me freezy all the time me so AC freezy
Tonino and office no said the cast no bond above from because even Toyota Corolla Crown of shoot ya cost at 240 what does it 200 plus. So I say, but she and above from ukitabe roughly 150, 160 with mania Toyota Corolla, nice car. What I say, and at least yes, we are try your best. Tabine on so boy in Kakra, and now that we more petrol now they are from. So I just say, but the only thing I yesterday they say. $7 number from the Atiase, and Yamaba from Kakra, so I just say, but the contractors and some boy and I made money then, one show Munsumai.
Okay. When one part of the conversation, I'm for a car about the dollar. A bit of so bonkro for switchy say, Omonia no monte near maso, Omonia maso titiano, Yenti and some soka.
But only a moment fancy, Udru Haboha, Habohona near my board. Over a custom for no, our Mujisika Huna, you see to be a national. So much this can we are, you buy and Chamu. I was not Chabu near Mana Coffire no so. A drum pa, custom for now over almost if I would be black. Yeah, the car on the just 300 million, 60 million. Yes, you're near money, a better so.
Nice, I am one of my drivers for the GS.
And yeah, near my drivers, the cost conforms on good harbor honor, almost on duty, no so, duty, no subordinate, almost sent to so. Now, cost of honor, Mujina, who you near Mom, but there's no my bed, you be whole load, you we say, you bet you say, and this woman, that's what we says, in every at one last, then put your wife. Fine, I ain't so. And I drive a phone so no. Almost a phone or mobile. Upon one mobile, I said. Yeah, young one spare pass, no. Yeah, be a young one at all, spare pass. Spare pass will be back out about one talk. One talk. Over more junior must one talk. It's yet the high end duty, no. So almost duty, no. So now cost on for no book or more. Almost now what this is a woman, and this woman die. Yes, you have no.
Okay, how no, baby, aquacoyana no. Jaman, Mamitonka, we know ye the transport, commuters, one more, how no be fra, spare pass near Munina because. Yeah, say the Subona Bobo one more motor spare parts, but I was so kind boss and that's why I cross this year engines nibi wire so and the wing Nankrofoka our one thing with regards to economy and bundle I had a transport and nothing so a car dealers and near more canny ever join me to
My main fan share, my main starting free transport, no. And let me say, Meda Ministry of Transport ase na mada Metro Mass STC mpenimfo nyina so ase because our crisis way ehya ase no na yenyina na ehaya
okay
menyo obi a mepese ya asemi ba yebede beku echire bebre. But will you believe, say, Metro Mass CEO Obaye, and Obe who say, buses be or what? Ya scrap no. NMPP for a ton amomo. It be 2,500. And I'm beside me who say, scrap dealers here, a young better battery, any rims. Ewe ye fie no kra no battery ba kwa he to me ton ebi 120 150 depending on the size of the battery. Rims yet me a ton bi 120 200 na a whole car eye adwumane ase asai ti a scrap no a ton 2,500 no mo anka so mo ho omaton. That is the level of destruction at MPP at the buyer. However, within 1 year, you call Egypt Aquaco order for 300 cars. And also so yedi babegu Metro Massa babebo. And these are brand new cars. Yenim say in the next 10 years, it will be on the road. So these are some of the things a bit more pagana for chow akatram so omunum suyo and fan chain ope. Medi STC ene a yika home because during the crisis they decided say cars be or what enko into me long journey no. Yeah, the be fem metro mass. Na omo to me at the account fleet home because of how the Christmas and listen, Christmas, people are still in the Christmas mood even in January. And then ubedu Accra. Now why people are still shopping. So you can say a good economy, the effect a dorsal. Kane obi emma Accra embeji hui. Me also huma menyan bibia ato.
Yeah.
But because yatete niyama so a ebia enye nusu hum because ebia old stock ewo ho.
Yeah.
What say Accra emu eton 500 ene ye 250.
Yeah.
But ebia so hum no because of old stock ninti no enko. No no ankasa afaka wa bankran. Me babeto emu ewo ha ede akọ. So the patronage nipa dodoɔ a omube gu enkran bronya yi was one of the causes this your friend is saying shortage of vehicles about it. Secondly, fuel yate so omo park coming hu another a friend say a woman crying on social media say or their home theater on a car because petrol no akwa could do 25 cedis per liter unto minto. And ne ye turn 9 Ghana cedis single digit. And nuntino obia e car. So these are some of the things that erase traffic and all those things, congestions and all that. Into car bia trotro meaning say by 6 o'clock me too free La Paz shebe 6:30 Muakra Central 6:35 me luedo ewie me sanso aba back to La Paz aba befa enkrofo foforo e de akono. Now congestions our town. It is forcing people so say says there I would avoid the CBG. That is the Central Business District. Inti semi nko CBD na fem ne mi lodu a me say we dey me na industrial area me fa main road. Me drew Accra so a me say hey me nko Kantamanto mefa a police station enim ho. Sometimes obeka chose a police station enim ho kra no me mfa me do Kingsway a cocoa board enim ho no me try U10 e wo ho na ade. That same principle no aman crofo so e de abro ababeka ho. Abro a omde ababeka ho ne se boache se eba ne se mi lodu a inse se me ba Accra me so me de me kwa Abeka Junction no lodu Abeka Junction me do Abeka Junction me say circle me do circle so a me say me ko Accra eno kra ne condition ne say Kingsway last stop hwe mesremo. This transport union should learn something. Ayalolo estati ye no. Na trotro regular trotro over buses na de na musi munye adwuma enye. Ayalolo agimo adwuma.
Say no more can.
Exactly. To the extent say I think say other Taifa na say Accra to Amasaman route ne so e de konsawam.
Yeah.
Drivers ni bi etoto abo e bro cars ni mu.
Ayalolo buses.
I am telling you, it happened here.
Wow.
You see, and then this same system, this same buses, nanka, the ideal thing, and I say, the private sector will be part of our transport architecture.
Yeah.
Until tomorrow, that will be the situation. Abayin kwa into me enye. In fact, people were even advising abayin yininsa and free transport mu. Metro Mass, a private person should handle it. Ayalolo, a private person should handle it. STC, a private person to handle it. And yes, sir, young some partnership be a private person or the nisika ashemuno would work even harder to ensure that in Sabeka, nisika and other minority shareholders can even be abiding. In say omo only some things a friend is saying omo only high percentages and high shares in some of these and then say 300 buses ebegu and krenkro dua yimu a yemi say who say trotro for no, how will you survive? How will the competition be? Ade baako a mehu say hayen as a before and say your level of greed pesaminkumi no a dose dodo. Ye nyina ye pesi ye bu obi. Nes obeka cho say edro eni ho we eni ho.
Yeah.
Manu 50 cedis is here.
Obenye
Biama. Bed eni ho. Would obi aba mi nya baby emfa mano ne nkrofo eje drip ewe konwam enade. Fani pie kose konem ho na bra sisi a obenye bi ede ama. Mi nwu obi adwuma. Min destroy obi anase min kasa entia obia. However, some of these things, you know, sikana oje wo me ho ebae no obeba betu me so se mete trotro front and I say mesumi ye meet ete e friend say ejiji ska ewo ho opentem misha se e ka nurse ni na se nyina ewo line mu a nurse fo no omo nsalai ye momuda privileges nurse bae na ye bema no akọ tene because okwakoje nipa enkwa suku akwada osa akwada tenema ye nyiniska enade because of that so no buo bi ewo ho ote ho no panyi bi ba pepepe obesore ena akra te ona panyi ho kra no wasan so aka ne na atoso ompin kra na ompin. These are some of the problems ewoye memu ene greed. Obi a peso bu obi a bu obi sikana unya no o de fa kwa kotua bribe nti se nyina egya bribe ne ye honest ema ye ho a ene enkrofo bu petrol a de bi egunsa ye bu petrol se petrol ya afo ebu ye so
petrol na ne timeto
ye ntumi nto no ene ye bu bia de bi egunsa enso trotro driver se mente me fair so you know say mente so. I was having a debate with Eduji. Say, Eduji, if this is the situation,
yeah,
I didn't know yet it is so bebre sa yen fe bi yes friends savings. Na sa savings no. Say Ministry of Transport kra ne de be man say monko fa be 1,000 buses emra. Yen savings na yen fa create opportunities and employment for people eh. Because if the net effect say yet so and say me use me private car no me feel a little comfortable me sika me de to petrol no ebeba form kakra obi so a ote trotro mu de bia de ko adwuma no at least ono so ntafre kakra hu say one city na metua na metua 80 pesos but say omunya that feeling na say yeah ene one city a ye de to petrol so a enumpo your single digit ye de akwakotua a friend say energy sector debt within a matter of 7 or 6 months. Ya kwako clear energy sector debtor edahwa enye ene. So why don't we do more of this? Sinebe aban ho be den ne ho be high no. Rather than say aban dream pan say Ghanaians should feel the change they voted for. Ghanaians should feel the impact of a good economy. Namo de mo say mon preso. Ene Uber for ne boat for ne your friend says Satawale the enkra your friend say omu nyina a review on prices downwards. But a bad regular trotro anka eye for the yenya yewo FM pa na yen to me emfa Uber na say yen to me emfa yen san wo from say taxi nyina na say the ekeke ka ho no. We would also feel comfortable in this your friend is saying na so these are some of the problems that I think moving forward this year, no, it will be a thing of the past.
Kenofreta, yes, also ma na nyabana wo bano na sabio osuru, but atetia akuga modern be from so waba dia ani mwamra ni what sane na
Ambassador Smith, let's just get the context right, because what you said has actually been the basis for yes, please.
Yeah, let me be very clear here. You remember, I first of all wanted to go visit Ken Forata just to see whether he had any concerns or whatever. But I indicated a short while ago that some friends or relatives of his, I'll be very specific. I had a call from Gabi Otridako. He expressed that worry. And I assured him that he will have to go through the due process. I mean, everybody goes through a due process of law. So there's not going to be like, people are not going to attack him. We don't behave like that. He and that Ken himself, by his own doings, being evasive with the OSP arrest, have created this brouhaha around his case. So that is the point. So don't let nobody get me wrong. It was not my own view. It was a view expressed by Gabi Otridako, who is a relative of his. He made a call to me, and I said, I wanted to have an opportunity to assure him that he would have to go through the due process like anybody else goes through the due process. So that anxiety, the fear and everything was expressed by Gabi.
I see. So Gabi Asarchidako called you that Ken Oforiatta
yes, he did. He thinks that his problem is that he's not sure how he'll be handled or whatever. And I said, listen, I mean, this country, nobody, you go through a due process, and that is what the Attorney General has told me. And I had wanted to communicate that to Ken if I had the opportunity to meet with him.
And after that assurance given to Gabi Otridako, who made that call to you, did that seem to have addressed those concerns of apprehension when you spoke to him?
No, I mean, he knew that, he communicated. I don't know whether he has spoken to Ken, but it looks as if he was not communicating with Ken. He was in Accra and he made that call. Okay, and he thinks that is he thinks that is the worry that his cousin has. Then I said, who's going to harass him? He has to go through a process. When he arrives, and the Attorney General had told me that he'll be taken through the due process like anybody else.
Thank you for this very important clarification, because then it also, brings...
Okay, Jaman, who you are, you're pick a course no. Ken Oforiatta say unyaya obeba. But kwa modern be fashion now, see I don't know how more intention be say
You see, so uwi kwekutia kwekutia eso so dae sankenya sa yemi say ho say time ben na ofri omanim abra ye handing over and no do see oti long me kɔ deda. Inti ye misa ye ho sɛ deɛ na ɛma ne dwane yɛ. Mpanyinfoɔ sɛ wotiri mu fan a inti amu nkum. Mpanyinfoɔ so na ɛka sɛ wo yɔfoɔ nsa hwɛ wo nsa. Hwɛ ade a ɛha MPP foɔ nyinaa enio how they treated people. Sɛ wo bank na sɛ wo gu obi bank a ɛyɛ wo sɛ o bank no obi be gu no. You needed 9 billion to restore banks in Ghana. What's a menye? Megu indum bank so amami antoa. Do 4 bank megu no. So based on that thinking, was me share so bank in mono de me jaya ma ene me partners. Muguna mugu nkrofona ejuma. Ene your banks are even surviving under NDC. Se Judge Kwesin enye boni e win elections. Onwia Ghana bibia. Na moka se when bia so e be jailing na ko buy elections. We must do it. Munya by electionsokrano, he was still going to court. Adentia, we must jail him. Atu Forcing. What did Atu Forcing do? Atu Forcing say budget TD and you're correct. Osi okay. Msa sem dada bi o baby a. Medwe chrew. Where power lies. No call time to me nya asembia amfam mo. Of course, to the extent to say Mwanka samu confessing from mo attorney general Godfred Dame.
Yeah.
I say yenye kululu na yenfa eyintum. Ato force enko tumu keke. Video recording of this. And when I also na daye no. And no udi bondi we are. How can you tell me say you wouldn't be afraid of the people of Ghana? In any case, won't me only court.
Won't me court. And a broker.
So court
and I won't me coy. I'm your I have say $2 million sky train and there's one more
what did he? Oh my Ghana. And then say won't me court and I say yeah omuhu your friend is saying press na onye or sign be na so any say or can sano e boss to say omope no beti ase or the J fans or corner court eba. Inti how special does Ken think he is? How special? Na Japa Mesa esoso emeka mientia or si mrebie ni ho a echere say you must account to the people of Ghana when you leave power. Adwene wey ene da omotrim. They can loot, they can rob, they can destroy, and they will not have to account. Aren't you surprised? Say Bible say a thief cometh not, but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Look at a brother like Afoko. Yako in Sawam prison. Near no one room. Ewo
Afoko.
Gregory Afoko. Court amanu bail. say, whoa, ye mon who we are net and mon who we are china. Ye money bill or why near sense what no. Edico prison. For 10 years, Gregoria Fuku was languishing in jail. Me say for the 1 month I did prison.
Yeah.
Almost every day. Na Afuku was telling us his story, his plight, and how we must help. Sure? MPP, we are your friend saying 2024. Was it
2020?
2020 elections. The first person I the name Ebaminim was Afuku. Says this guy going to be there again for another 4 years.
Oshemusu so ampa for 4 years.
Oshemusu so ampa for 4 years. But more also paying to people. You think you deserve a special treatment. Why? They should prove to us why that they must get a special treatment more than other citizens of Ghana. They should prove to us. They be a say, Omu Ghana say your property. Ghana is theirs. And they must be treated differently. Boate, yen here for no. As I see a kaboom. Na nyesa enkrofo de yesikan ebetwa nanka. I have a lot of stories to share. Enkrofo ekoto omo nsa one prison. Bail po. Omunya, they couldn't secure bail. Ebi omo crime krano maximum sentence no ebi 3 months. Maximum sentence ebi 2 years. But in some prison. Onyo bi nkana sem emano. Anka opledi guilty that day no poa. Anka after 3 months anko kofi. But o dem 1 year. Ni docket kran si ye hu. Sikeni biba e docket betumayira. Why do people think they are more Ghanaian than others? Say, some people deserve pain, but they must be treated like princes and queens. It's painful. The moment people begin to have this notion in their heads, it simply means we are moving to a failed state. A state where a rich man can drive. You see, some examples. Because we have seen Nkrofo a drive a car akokun Nkrofo. Na say charges had be man no say. But to be out of mistake. He break a fairly. Yes, okura, your friend is saying an extreme speed dibia won't mean control ya na bibi. But bibi senator ya pie will lose control so at all. Obi and waka. Ewia unwewia. Baba sikeni bi on from special treatment. Okay? Any country that doesn't have special heart for the weak, for the downtrodden, for the poor, that state must be considered as a failed state. People will just use their money and throw it around. Ye mo kwedu, ye ncheo, ye mbisa wasem. Abai sesa ya na we ye free. What do you know that we don't know? Boni ben na we dia. Unim se ebe hauntel.
Ti wama president mama kra wamfa ne to anka kunya.
Anka kunya so kra na odwane.
And also kwa.
Enu nti onim se otro krata e de ma Julius Debra emfa. Nti when the transition was on, ena or the coma frame.
Okay, that time na frema and na chief of staff.
You understand? Because unimbonia wedi. For me, I'll not say somebody should be treated specially or differently. Ene make a nyina no me tu me ankasa me hofo. Me tu me busuafo nyina e power ene. One thing John Dramani Mahama said when he lost power, or say, I'll subject myself to any inquiries, any investigation, and I expect my ministers to do the same.
Okay, wait me aba. Aka 9 minutes. Na yemfam peke course no kakra. Many chairman wa ha. Tuba 10 na for froswaba.